Helluva Boss recently released the final episode of Season 1, and it was a banger. It was a great episode all around. I loved it. And I was surprised to know that it got into a lot of drama online, and the reason is simple. The character Beelzebub, right? This handsome lady over here that I wouldn't smash because I'm not a furry, but if I was a furry, I would look, oh, God. She got into a lot of drama online because she is like the queen of freaking gluttony, and they're like, wait a second, she's the queen of gluttony, but why isn't she fat? I would say that all of the fat that she would have built due to her gluttoniness went straight into her ass. Yes, she got into a ton of drama. So anyway, let's see. Hey, Lamau, my favorite drama Helluva Boss channel. So let's see what we got here. Disclaimer, please harass everyone. Got it.
So recently,
that was a joke, don't harass anyone.
Vivziepop received some...
God damn it, look how thick she is. Like, holy shit. Bro, she packing, she clapping, she alerting every guard on the planet. I mean, she's a bee and furry, and I am not attracted to any of this. Not her boob window, not her boobs, not the thickness, not... Oh my God, dude, look at her eyes, bro.
Over the design of Beelzebub in the newest episode of Helluva Boss. As a result, she did a thread discussing some of the design choices. In this video, I'll show everything that happened and then give my thoughts after. So to start things off, the newest episode of Helluva Boss came out a couple days.
God, it's like she shows us her ass, knowing that we would not be attracted to it at all because I'm not a furry.
The episode was well received, however, some criticism was put on Vivziepop and the show because of the design of Beelzebub. Basically, what would happen is a fan would tweet about the show or post images of B, and Twitter users would quote retweet the post and bash the show. I'll show you a couple examples. Here's one tweet with 12k likes. It says, B is so hard to understand who she's meant to be. Another tweet said, Vivziepop's animation team when she designs another multicolored demon with stripes and multiple limbs and needs VFX done for its hair that's in several shots of the new cartoon.
I literally don't understand any problem with this.
This tweet got 15k likes, however the person deleted it eventually. The next one says, Queen of Gluttony, and she's the thinnest bitch you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I saw going around. People out there roasting gluttony. Dude, the concept of thin gluttony characters is like a concept older than time. Yes, I understand that a lot of gluttony's portrayals in different media, like like he's this fat jlub flying around, right? Alright, I got you. But, like, dude, have you seen ReZero? ReZero's, all the gluttonies are super mega thin. Every single one of them is this tiny. Isn't Gluttony, the Witch of Gluttony is like a lolly?
Which got 24k likes. The last example I'll show says, how does Helltaker of all games, have a better Beelzebub design than Vivziepop?
What? Helltaker Beelzebub is this still furry cat too? What? Oh, wait a second. This is the Helltaker Beelzebub. Yeah, oh, man. Dude, look, oh, Helltaker Beelzebub is such a much more demonic design. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. I get it that there's this crazy, this form. All right, I got the form, but, like, you look up Helltaker Beelzebub and you get this primarily.
This tweet got 17k likes. So as you can see, the discourse surrounding the episode turned a bit sour on Twitter. As a result, Vivziepop did a couple tweets.
Twitter's so toxic, dude. You gotta stop looking at Twitter if you want any form of legitimate criticism.
It's about it. One fan talked about how the Sins, the leaders of the 7 Rings of Hell, aren't stereotypical and have unique designs. Vivzie quote retweeted this saying, designing each Sin is a fun challenge in how to do something new. I know the demonology, I know what's being done. I actively try to stay true to certain themes, but do something different as I can. Each is also based on a circus act to form a collective troupe ruled by Lucifer.
Wait a second, so a person that's creating a series that's a new series, basing designs on new things and new concepts, is getting hate for basing designs on new concepts?
Another fan replied and said that there's a lot of hate of Viv's designs. Viv replied with, people have hated my designs for a long time. They do tend to have a lot on them, which works more on some than others. Bigger characters tend to have a lot going on, like the Sins. Being based on lore, there's always an expectation, but this is my world and I'm doing it my way.
Based Viv. Although, you know what would be even more based of Viv? Not responding at all.
One Twitter user replied and said Lucifer and the ringleader concept is cool. Viv said, Thank you. I honestly don't mind when people don't like them, but everything is intentioned clearly for this world. They fit for this hell, and I'm having fun with them. Someone asked if B is a tightrope act. Viv responded with, B represents the animal trainer / animal shows of a circus. All around her mansion are hoops and rings, and she flies through one. One person says they're excited for future sin designs. Viv responds with, of the sins left to see, I think Leviathan and Satan are the most traditional in sticking with the usual themes, but still working on finalizing them for an eventual upcoming episode. Following on from that tweet, Viv made a second one. She said, the only comment I'll really make on redesigns is making Beelzebub a bee is kind of just inaccurate as making her a bee fox. The real depictions were more like a giant fly or a big man surrounded by flies, so maybe go that direction if accuracy is your gripe. Have fun.
Yeah, it's like everyone's saying accuracy is your gripe. Dude, this is based on demonology, okay? Listen, anyone out there that's met Beelzebub personally and saw him and is like, yeah, I don't know, this doesn't work, bro. I don't know. Dude, this is demonology, okay? This is a fantasy story that she's writing. She can do whatever the hell she wants. She could take inspiration from one thing and then make the art based off a completely different thing. See, I hate using the freedom of expression argument, because that usually devolves into some really heinous shit. It's like, I believe in free speech and therefore murder. Nah, no, we're not getting into any of that shit. But like, dude, she can do whatever she wants. No one is forcing you to watch her show.
One user responds saying the designs are just bad. Viv says, fair enough, lol.
Dude, you could have your criticism, all right?
Another user replied to Viv saying B doesn't look like an insect, but a fox and a fairy. Viv says, that's a fair want, but in the design, a lot of it is insect. It's really just her face that's fox. Originally, her tail...
I don't know about that, but I don't think that's a criticism. It could be a fox bee if you want it to be.
had more stripes, but for the sake of complexity, that was removed for this appearance. When she gets big, her eyes go full bug, but she isn't in that form long. In another reply, Viv says, in some texts, Beelzebub is the name for the actual devil, kind of like Satan / Lucifer are both names used for the devil. So in some depictions, Beelzebub is just a very classic looking demon. There's literally no way to do it 100% accurate to lore because it depends what lore you use. The same user from earlier said Bee's design is too complex. Viv says, I think it's context. Her eyes are designed after beehives and end in antennas. She's amongst her people and her circus act is animal trainer. So I wanted to make her a fox to slightly separate her from the hounds.
Honestly, I don't know why she gets so into the Twitter drama. I feel like that's the biggest possible L in this situation. I know this, exactly. I get so much shit every day on Twitter. Literally every day. I just don't react to it because why? I don't look at most of it these days. I feel like you should not engage with this stuff. It's always gonna make it worse. You know, all these people are poking and prodding you because they know they're gonna get a reaction out of you. Ultimately, though, you can do whatever the hell you want. I just don't feel like this is a good way to handle criticism.
Facts are more on display. I could dissect every single decision made about the design because I had a lot of fun with it. Lava Lamp Belly because of her free spirit and fast burning of food to be constantly indulging. Dots over eyes for bug detail. Her extraness from how she's a throwback to my early work. The point is, I don't mind if people don't like the design, the colours, the theme. It's different and it's excessive. But that was the point. It was all intended, and there is more to the design than some are giving credit for, and I felt like pointing that out. One of the design leads on Helluva Boss, Donna, points out that IRL, Beelzebub is associated with flies, because they used to be a god, which was mocked and called the Lord of the Flies. Viv says, spitting hard truth and facts. Donna herself made a long thread. I won't go into detail on it for the sake of time, but I'll have it on screen, so feel free to pause and read in your own time. Vivziepop quote retweeted the thread saying, Donna making good insightful threads. One user replied again about B, and Viv says, the shape and stripes, but if it didn't read, it's fair enough, it's subtle. Viv did one final reply. She said, I think people just assume I'm seething with rage when I tweet or explain things. I just like to talk. It's chill, I'm used to it. If I do ever sass, it's cause I'm so used to bad faith and I'm over it. But right now, I just think it's fun to talk about what went into the character design. So that's all of Viv's tweets. As for my thoughts, I think we got some cool insight into the designs of the show. The fact that the Seven Sins are based on a circus act troupe ruled by Lucifer is really cool, and I think this is the first time it's been revealed. Personally, I didn't pick up on some of these references, and I don't think many viewers did, but it's cool that they're there nonetheless. I can't wait to see the rest.
I don't really think there were a lot of references, to be honest.
The sins in future episodes.
My impression was that she took these names of these demons, she kind of based them on the 7 deadly sins, and then she kind of ran with it and made whatever the hell she wanted. And that's totally fine and legitimate. When making a character, she wanted a character that would stand out and sell more merch and be a fun personality, much more than she wanted some lore accurate, incredibly serious, focused demon guy that's exactly fitting all the legends and the lore, and I just think that's what her perspective is through this show. That's totally legitimate.
As for the general discourse, I think there is some genuine criticism, but like with everything on Twitter, this got drowned out by the people who clearly don't watch the show just showing up to bash on it. Personally, I like B's design, but I do understand why some people aren't a fan of it. Overall, I thought Viv's thread was quite interesting, and it's cool that we got some additional info about how characters like B were developed. If you have any thoughts on Viv's tweets or what I've said, let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I don't know. Her design was awesome as a character. Not as a Beelzebub reimagining, not as a demon lord of gluttony, you know, lore accurate drawing. Dude, have you seen Biblical Angels? Like, every time you get, it's like, oh my god, you know my complaint? It's so difficult, because when I watch Digimon and I'm like jerking off to Angelwoman all the time, I see Angelwoman and I'm just like, oh man, look at those thighs though. I'm just jerking off to this shit all the time, and then I'm just like, it's just not a biblically accurate angel. I want to jack off to this. Dog, this is art, okay? It's not supposed to be canonically accurate. It's whatever the creator decided they wanted to do. Yeah, that part of the argument I thought was the most cringe.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.